Behold, Virginia creeper in all its creeping glory. I used to rip the stuff off my house every year, and I have my reasons. It grows into my air conditioning unit. It grows where I don't want it to grow. And it has these weird little suction cup thingies. They're like, they're creepy. They're like little cephalopods. That gives it the creepy effect there. But this year I decided to let it stay, and not because it suddenly became less annoying. I started seeing it differently. You see, most of urban neighborhoods, they follow a familiar pattern. The land exists, the house arrives, almost as if it's like, dropped there by a helicopter. A tree gets planted, some shrubs get planted, and then a mulch ring gets added. Perfect. Everything stays neatly separated. The house is there, the yard is there. There's nothing wrong with that, and many people do genuinely enjoy that very structured look, but I started wondering about something. Why do some places feel connected? Why does an old house covered in vines feel different than a house surrounded by perfectly separated landscaping? And maybe it's because the boundaries aren't as rigid. The house doesn't sit on the land. It participates in it. The trees are part of the story, and the garden is part of the story, and even the walls become part of the landscape. So Virginia creeper doesn't recognize the separation that we create. Obviously, to the vine, the house is simply another part of the environment. A surface, support, and place to grow. In a strange way, it treats the house as if the house belongs there. I find that, pretty sweet. It's not because I want nature to take over the entire roof, but there always has to be a balance. But even one vine can change the whole feeling of a place. Yet technically a house is separate from the land it's on. But a home exists within nature to me. And that's something that many people have forgotten. It's not because we chose to, but because separation has become a default design. House, yard, trees, mulch ring, neighbors, all divided into neat little boxes. Our nervous system responds differently when we experience connection. A winding path, a shaded garden, a vine climbing a wall, a place where boundaries soften. So this year I'm letting the Virginia creeper stay, not because it's perfectly behaved, trust me it isn't, but neither am I. But because every time I see it climbing the side of the house, it reminds me of something simple. The house belongs to the land too. And perhaps sometimes we need little reminders that we're connected to it and to each other as well. Well, you know how I said in one episode I was going to do the blueberry with bad intentions? Well, that one's ready. It just took a while. And then how last time I said I was going to do the walnut? Well, I got tangled up in the sky. I will do the walnut. Don't always go by what I say. Sorry, I get distracted by something shiny sometimes. But that's all I got for now. See you guys next time.